Hey there, rulers, DMO73 here, time to dig into our second extension ruler deck here with Grimm plus Falltgold. Let's go ahead and jump right in.
This session brought to you by Odyssey Games for pre-orders and sealed product, CCG Prime for tons of singles and supplies, Cardo Doko for international rulers looking for products, and FoulLibrary.com for articles and wonderful deck lists.
As well as our guest lecturer members King Pearlshine, Vite Ramen, Mognite, and Darren Noblock.
Class is in session.
So here we have the list, but once again, you can check it out in the link in the description, as well as you should be sure to sign up for the June 17th Discord event we're hosting over on the Ruler School Discord to win one of these sick playmats that you're seeing here on the screen. Top 8, walk away with this mat. It's a one-day event, fundraiser for FoulFest. We hope to see you there. So, this is a Grimm plus Falltgold. It is a really cool kind of introductory use of what the extension ruler is capable of, making use of the fact that Grimm can make, pay for fairy tales with any attribute of will, as well as Falltgold being able to search for dragons every turn. Grimm is a front side only ruler, so he just always has to call stone, which leaves Falltgold available to tap and get you a dragon every turn. Noticeable dragons in this deck particularly are Neverend, a fairy tale / dragon, which sets up the whole kind of combo, and Guardian Dragon, which helps you serve as a little aggressor in the flyer and helps you ramp up stones as well, which is a pretty cool little interaction. The main kind of gimmick of this deck is the fact that when you've used Neverend on field to make everything fairy tale, the color of your cards doesn't matter when you're casting resonators, because you can pay the attribute cost of fairy tale resonators with will of any attribute. So you can do a lot of flexibility there, even though you have the moon shades. And also you get access to Tell a Fairy Tale, which is search your main deck for a fairy tale resonator of any cost, reveal it, and put it into the field because you're playing Grimm. So this lets us do things like Kusanagi Motoko into the field for 3 by searching the deck, which is very, very cool. Also, you saw in the match grabbing Ultra Magic Stone Golem. You can also use it to grab Garion. There's a couple of other things there too. And the other nice thing too about it is that Grimm's ability lets you pay 1 will of any color, or pay 1 void, discard a fairy tale resonator, and search your deck for any fairy tale resonator. So when you've done Neverend to make every card in your deck a fairy tale, you can just pitch any card resonator in your hand to search any resonator in your deck. So it's this big old toolbox of shenanigans that gives you a lot of really cool tools. So going through the list from there, now that you've got the basic gist, obviously 4 Tell a Fairy Tale, 1 Ultra Magic Stone Golem, 4 Neverends, 3 Lorites, 3 Keep the Faith, 4 Rabbit Princess Dark Alice. Very easily replaceable. We have some things like, you could play, because this deck isn't playing heroes or villains, you could play Daji as a way to do it. It also helps you send some dragons to the graveyard too and get some additional burn. You also play more Cheshire Cats as well. Garion as a thing to grab off of Tell a Fairy Tale. Lars as a situational kind of search for it. Sometimes it's just helpful to be able to protect yourself. 2 copies of Kusanagi Motoko, 2 copies of Bastet, 2 copies of Percival to be able to kind of dig for that Tell a Fairy Tale, the 4 Guardian Dragons, a Horn of Sacred Beasts to be able to recycle, a couple of copies of the Hidden History because this lets you grab Neverends and other stuff back too, especially because again, you can make all of those things in your graveyard a fairy tale, so then you can just grab any 1-drop resonator back that you want, like Lorite or things like that, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, for just some removal, spot removal, and some life gain and draw power, we have Lumia, 4 copies of it in the deck. Stone base is 4 Wanderer Moon, 2 Gusting Skies, and 4 Moonshade. This stone base is pretty debatable. You certainly could make some switches to have less Moonshades, especially since the attribute cost of your stuff really doesn't matter in the long term because you're playing Grimm. But that's it for us here today. Again, the deck list is linked in the description below if you want to check it out and copy it over on Force of Wind. Let us know your takes on the extension ruler. Curious to see what you all have been coming up with. And until next time, this is DMO73 saying class dismissed.